And that's kind of what's going through my head right now.
Okay. Well, Mr. Pistachio, welcome back. And we've already got a draft underway. No rest for the wicked. Rubik and the Phoenix banned out by Na'Vi, and Trient Doom taken out by FlyToMoon. So Immersion's Earth Spirit does make it through again.
You ever do that thing where you use the one pistachio shell to open the other pistachios? Oh my god, that is a life hack, dude.
That's like using a beer to open another beer when you don't have a bottle opener.
All right, guys, I'm just going to eat one. They're not that stale.
Well, that's good.
Okay. I feel like now we can all move on from the pistachios now that I've eaten one.
What do you do when you get down to the last beer because you don't have another beer to open it with?
You use the counter and break it.
I see. You just ruin your
Done that one a few times.
I see.
Picnic tables are easy. They're perfect.
Yeah, just ruin the picnic table at the park. There you go.
Ah, it's wood. It's fine. It's wood. It's the beauty of wood.
We can build a new table.
Yeah, it's fine.
Crystal Maiden, first pick for Na'Vi. Harkening back to what we mentioned in the draft prior, there are so many 5s to choose from right now, and CM among them.
I love it. I love this so much. I love that there are 5s that are okay. That's so cool. Thank you, DOTA.
That is cool. Yeah, that is cool.
It just I'm not a big fan of okay, they have to pick Ogre. Like they're those kind of patches.
Yep. We've been there. We've certainly been there.
Of course, we're also kind of new in this patch, so we might get to that point. We just haven't figured out who the most broken 5 is quite yet. It might be Undying.
Where's Batrider been, Trent? How come he's been ignored so much?
I do not have a good explanation there. The Oracle, yeah, there's no good answer. He should have been in that last game, probably.
And not even just that match because there was Avenge, but there's been a number of games where Bat has just been forgotten about entirely. And I thought he was like first ban, first pick kind of material right now.
Yeah.
Jenkins keeps messaging me every day about how good Batrider is. And I don't know if he's steering me right or steering me left.
Well, we've had him first phase banned in several games.
In
general, is a really good Bat player. That was like his big hero for a long time.
And Jakiro, another one that we haven't seen a huge amount of, though. I think when we were looking at match history, this is one that FlyToMoon have played quite a bit in this tournament so far.
Wow. Okay, no Batrider here.
Yeah. So, yeah, they played the Jakiro, Coddle, Ember trio in both games against Enigma in the opening round that knocked them down to the lower bracket.
I think that's why they picked Nyx.
Try to protect against the Ember Coddle?
Ember Coddle and Batrider.
Now,
you really can't pick any of those 3. All right, speaking of things I'm not convinced on, I love Brewmaster. I really do. I want him to be good. Not sold on this hero.
This is your new Witch Doctor. Guys, I really want him to be good. I love Witch Doctor. Is Brew that bad? Is it because they got rid of his passive crit? Like, what aren't you sold on about him?
I just think he doesn't do anything particularly well. He's a little bit of a jack of all trades, and that's kind of cool, but I don't think his laning stage is as good as it used to be. It's okay.
It's not as good as it used to be. You're right. They have nursed his laning stage, but isn't the hallmark of this hero the early skirmish? Like the 10 to 25 minute window where his ultimate is just this incredible space creation. We can take a team fight anytime that we've got the Panda split.
It is.
Like, that's what I think of.
But you have to make sure the enemy team doesn't have cooldown or has cooldowns as well. Because like right now, Na'Vi have no cooldowns that they've committed to yet. So if you're only fighting around split, then you've kind of got some problems. I do really like Brewmaster with Drow lineups. That I will say.
Like against Drow or
no,
on
like
team?
with Drow on your team.
Okay.
I think Brew is like one of the best heroes because that split is a full team fight to help protect the Drow. It's like basically Pango on easy mode.
Well, sort of. You got more buttons you got to hit.
Yeah, I guess, but you don't need as much help.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But that's a perfect example. Like those are the moments where I think Brew maybe isn't unmatched, but where he's more than just a jack of all trades. Like he's particularly good at controlling those team fights at that specific window of the game.
General went for kind of a crazy build last game. He went Blink into Boots of Travel. I did not see this game versus Viking GG, but that is interesting. Now, mind you, they were kind of leading as well, and they did eventually lose that game. So they were winning by like 3 or 4K when he decided to pick up Boots of Travel.
So what did he get after that? Did he go like Radiance or something?
He went Halberd into Vlad's.
So he just went normal items.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He's against a Venge Medusa with a Magnus, so it's probably just like trying to outfarm them and stuff. But that is, I'll be curious if he goes bots again, because the movement speed on the pandas keeps getting buffed, right?
Yep. Yeah, we keep talking about that.
So that's kind of a cool idea. But the Vlad's is such a go-to item on the Brewmaster that surprised he delayed it by that much.
Storm Spirit now banned alongside the Beastmaster from FlyToMoon.
Storm, eh?
Yeah, I'm having trouble reading where this draft is going. CM Nyx, very open-ended. And I'm kind of with you in terms of like, why Brewmaster here? I don't see an obvious, maybe it's a setup for something else in their draft, but
yeah, it's not like the Dispel from the Storm really does much in this situation.
You know, there's no real specific counterplay or advantage against these two heroes.
No ground targeted versus
really either way. CM. It's like Nyx and CM aren't particularly good against Brew. He's not particularly good against them.
I like Jakiro versus CM though. That's a good pub counter pick. If they open with Crystal Maiden, I guess that doesn't really apply anymore because of the way that the picking order now works in pubs. But if you're facing a CM and you have a chance to pick your support as a 5, then Jakiro's pretty hype. You can always Ice Path her when she tries to ulti, including when she glimmers, so she gets real sad.
Yep.
And you're super tanky.
Yeah, Jakiro is so strong in the laning phase.
He's like
you can't trade with him.
It's like one of the most, by far, I think, in terms of like immortal game percentage picks right now. It's like so many Jakiros.
Not only is he super tanky, but Dual Breath is this crazy spell that does a stupid amount of damage. It's got a wide breath, so it's relatively easy to hit. You can't just dodge it. I wouldn't even call it a skill shot. And it reduces your attack speed. So you can't stand there and like trade right clicks with all you can do when you get Dual Breath is pretty much stun him and run. And you're slowed because it's Dual Breath. So you can't even really run away. It's just the full package. That spell is...
Yeah, he is a 19% pick rate in Immortal right now. Immortal and Divine.
I believe.
That's great. The next highest positioned 5, like always 5, is Bane at 14%. Almost 15.
And I think Jakiro also scales surprisingly well, given that he's not really supposed to. I think making his ult more sticky made Macro Pyre actually usable. You used to just walk out of it. And now if you hit somebody with it, you're guaranteed to at least get 2 seconds worth of damage before the dot expires after they leave it. Yep. And that, to me, made Jakiro actually viable again.
It's also just Ice Path has broken the whole game.
It's a hell of a spell. It's pretty long-range disable. Sets up with pretty much everything. Vengeful Spirit for FlyToMoon. Again.
Yeah, so they'll probably play this Jakiro with the Brewmaster, then I take it. Seems to be kind of their strat, as they play the Jakiro as more of a 4-ish. Yeah. Although they do play at 5 too, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I mean, Jakiro Brew sounds like a pretty good off-lane combo in terms of putting on pressure, especially if you know CM is the 5. That might tempt you to make Jakiro 4 because that lane matchup is going to be very much in favor of the Jack.
And you can just like Cinder Brew into the Jakiro spells too.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Veno, bit unusual here. They picked Veno yesterday, right? Yeah, game 2 versus Alliance that they lost. They tried to set up into a Spectre lineup, which they kind of look like again, and now FlyToMoon, they're into the Lifestealer. At least they've seen something.
Yeah, you got Venge, so that's like a nice save for Lifestealer if he gets into a sticky situation. And I do think Lifestealer Brew is not a bad Infest Bomb combo because Brewmaster likes to get a blink, likes to go into the front line and split. He's usually pretty safe with doing that, creates chaos, then Lifestealer comes out. They are a very strong duo together for mid-game fights.
I feel like they're going to pick some Alk or something last for FlyToMoon.
Really? You think they're going to go Ultra Greed?
Yeah, I don't know. That's just... It's kind of how it feels. Maybe like a Viper. Maybe they'll go the other way and they'll just go like hard aggro. I guess they have both options.
Na'Vi have a lot of choice in terms of carry here, and we were both pretty cynical about the Lifestealer last game. What do you go? I mean, there's Terrorblade, there's Troll, there's some more conventional stuff like Slark, Sven, Spectre. Is Spectre too greedy?
Spectre's weird versus Lifestealer now.
Yeah, and you have the CM, right? So you needed one of these cores that can handle himself with a relatively weak 5, and Jug is perfect for that. Jug and CM are a really classic lane combo.
Lifestealer is like actually the counterpick to Spectre now. It used to be someone who, like, Spectre, you didn't really care because you kind of outscaled, but with everything they've changed with Lifestealer, now we'll often see the Spectre team ban the Lifestealer. So very unlikely that we would have seen it here for Na'Vi.
And Lifestealer Jug. This is an interesting carry matchup.
Kind of even. Nothing, you know, they just do different things. He's not currently worried about any BKB piercing or magic community, I should say, for the spin TP until Lifestealer gets a basher.
Yeah.
Oh, good call on the mag ban. That would have been good.
I guess if you can play around the healing ward really well, Jug does offer you some 5-man that Lifestealer doesn't, but always worried about Infest Bomb ganks.
I think Death Prophet looks okay for both teams.
Kunkka also banned?
Yeah, I think they want Death Prophet. TA and Kunkka bans.
Now, will Na'Vi just grab it, though?
No, that's what I mean.
Oh, you think Na'Vi won it? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that stands out? They are a little bit light on pushing. Like they could Pugna or something if they really wanted to, but they go for Quap instead.
Okay. I guess Venno kind of covers a lot of the DP stuff. And now you just buy Orchid instead. I was just thinking the silence is always so busted versus Brewmaster. But there's also Avenge swap, so. But yeah, silence versus Brewmaster and Lifestealer is just so sick. And they had no Dispel. Although I guess they have Brewmaster Dispel theoretically if they had gone for like the big AoE silence.
Could FTM just take Death Prophet here? They're also a little bit light on pushing.
This is a very standard lineup that they do play it with. They usually do like Batrider, Lifestealer, and then a Death Prophet. So that's actually why I started thinking about it, is because FlyToMoon pick it so much. And I was like, oh, that looks okay. I mean, there's
Lena is also in.
There's DK too, but that hero's just kind of vanished.
Yeah, he seemed to fall off quite a bit.
He's also into Venno. Doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
Like Puck also still in. That's pretty good against Queen of Pain, right?
Yeah, there's Nyx. I don't know. Nyx is weird versus Puck.
Okay.
And same thing with Venomancer too. Venno can actually be kind of annoying for Puck, I find.
Maybe I'm overvaluing Puck versus Jug, but Puck with an Ags seems to scale pretty well against
Juggernaut. Yeah, that's right, because of the changes. Because he can't Omni Slash when you coil him.
Right.
That's actually really stupid.
So I don't know. I can't tell. We're not seeing Puck that much, so maybe I am overvaluing it. They go with Viper. He's nice and safe. Maybe
so these are like this is a very stock standard lineup for them. They either pick Viper or Death Prophet with like pretty much these exact heroes in a lot of their drafts.
Okay. Viper final pick.
And they got the Queen of Pain, right? So that was nice.
Definitely like this FTM lineup quite a bit. Na'Vi have some options, but their team is lacking something. It's like you've got this Nyx stun that's a skill shot. Frostbite is their big lockdown. And I think that's what's scaring me a bit about this draft.
I know Always Want to Fly plays a ton of Jakiro, but I really thought they'd give it to Aloha Dance. It just seemed like better. I mean, they've given it to him before.
Are you worried for the lack of stun and control on Na'Vi? Like you
can
boulders,
they kill Brewmaster?
Missiles, swaps, Ice Path, all the slow from Viper, open wounds from it feels like FTM just have more. You know, like in these fights, they have more slows, more stuns.
I think it's going to be very hard. Unless Immersion initiates onto General, it is going to be pretty hard to bring him down before he gets the ulti off, right? Even with an Orchid. Like, if they don't have the Vendetta and the Chain Stun from there, he's probably getting ulti off.
I mean, maybe if you drop the full Quap combo
with
Brewmaster,
Omni, you would need.
Can he ult out of Frostbite? Like, can he cast ult while he's in Frostbite?
Ulti, right?
I'm not. It's a root, so I'm just not sure. That's like one of those weird mechanics that I think he should be able to ult out of it. But if for some reason he can't, then that Frostbite will certainly be quite the key aspect of this game. I don't know. I don't think it'll be an easy game for Na'Vi. But yeah, we'll wait. We'll let the players get it out. Cast it away, boys. I think casters should be able to tip players in the game.
I think that would be a little intrusive.
Only the other casters could see it, though. I just want to participate, Trent. Just like we should be able to click the meepos during the pause.
Oh, well, that I agree with. We should definitely be able to play the pause games. Because I feel like the other commentators would actually be into playing. And the players never play anyway, so.
Exactly. V-Tune Lifestealer.
30 seconds to battle.
Also intrigued to see what build the Lifestealer will go for this game. We were kind of talking after the game, and I don't think last match they could have gotten away with like that Midas Radiance Lifestealer we used to see like 6 months to a year ago. But something like that build, if they could have gotten away with it, would have been nasty in that last game. Like Lifestealer with Radiance is nice, but it's hard to get. Hard to get. Is it just Midas Armlet? Is that our new stock standard?
Yeah.
Is that it? Don't overthink it.
The way of the future.
All right, all right. I believe you. That is going to be 3 runes for the Radiant, though. Na'Vi with a good start.
Well, this Lifestealer's game looks like it wound up a lot better than Na'Vi's Lifestealer game. There's the heroes he has to play versus.
And Viper Quap. This is pretty Viper favored. Corrosive skin. Pretty annoying
no
against
dagger
Quap.
gaming.
Yep. The Shadow Strike, generally one of her favorite spells in the laning phase. Got to put it aside. So they don't put the Jakiro in the offlane. They actually put the Venge down here. I guess that's what you were talking about with the Aloha Dance Venge.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a little surprised as well.
Might just be because of what they wound up with in terms of a lane they're facing. Don't really feel the need, I guess. I do agree, or it feels like they probably could just bully the shit out of Ilias, but well, you can. I've actually seen this combo a couple times with the Cinder Brew and the Wave of Terror because there's no damage threshold anymore. It's just any magical damage.
Oh yeah, so it just has to take a little tick. Yeah. Very, very sustainable for the Venge to do that with 25 mana and what is it, 50 on Cinder Brew? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty dopey.
Yeah. So I forget what team was running this. It might have been OG.
Mid lane, Young G, Iceberg. It's a battle to the finish. Iceberg will find the victory, gets the first blood, gets the XP. Young G, of course, does find the counter kill, but big disparity in that mid lane now. Up top, Immersion being chased down, going for the TP out, and he'll be good. Level 2 on Jakiro, no ice path yet.
Like, a little too perfect. He actually died through the corrosive skin too. It's just like he died of the corrosive skin, and then he died from the dagger, and it's just so good for the Viper.
Especially with the first blood gold. Just a glance at the net worth, and actually Viper's not up by that much.
He does have 2 Wraith Bands though, and Young G's sitting with the bottle.
Level out the damage. Viper with a small edge right now in the right clicks. You can see him just unrelenting against Young G, though, with this poison attack. Every time he walks up.
I know, the stacks, man. He got him up to 3 stacks with the level 2.
That is brutal. Yeah, Viper very much around the break points. Level 3, level 5. Gets a huge jump in damage around the poison attack. It doubles
you know who sucks at
level 3.
rotating to runes, too? CM, because you're slow as hell.
I thought you were going to say Viper, but yes, CM is also terrible at rotating for runes.
I mean, that is just going to be a guess, right? For for Young G. I don't think he's going to get any help.
Missing bottom.
Maybe from the Nyx?
I don't think he can leave, though.
That's true. And you know, there is some thought process, not just between the Cinder Brew combo with the Wave of Terror, but putting the Jakiro up top to guarantee that that Lifestealer has a really good lane. You know, Venge could have made it okay, but Jakiro makes it an easy win, pretty much.
Yeah, they basically just said, like, General will be fine anyway. Like, we're not going to try and, like, bully the hell out of that bottom lane. We're just both going to farm. And I do think it is the whole Wave of Terror Cinder Brew thing. It's just, like...
You're like this. I mean, look at this. Pasha is being repelled completely by Always Want to Fly. He is 1v2ing right now. This Nyx is a non-factor. He's just trying to leech some XP and do his thing, but it is not slowing down the Lifestealer in the slightest as he kills this neutral camp. On bottom now, spin onto General. A lot of damage coming his way, and this should be a kill, I think. One, need another. The regen was there. Last one, and they've got it. Ilias with the Crystal Nova.
And Immersion did rotate, and good thing, too, because Youngji was completely out.
Yeah, that's big.
Dire's middle tower
That was
under
a
attack.
necessity to keep Quap alive in this lane. She'll use those illusions to farm up the jungle a little bit.
Missing bottom.
Bottom is missing.
Things looking pretty good for FlyToMoon out of the gate. Mid lane going in favor of the Viper. Carry disparity is favoring FTM by a pretty good amount. Lifestealer up by 400 over the Juggernaut coming up on 5 minutes.
Yeah. General's a little bit
Offlaners
behind the
even.
Venno, but...
Yeah. Not by much. 100 gold, 150. OGA Dance pretty low in the bottom lane.
Oh, he might die here with the stick charges.
Out bottled up. They will grab the rune. Fills up the bottle for General.
Yeah,
this is
Alonit's
big.
at 10 of his own anyway, so he's fine.
Hands the
notice.
bottle over. Sharing is caring, Trent.
Well, I hope General makes this hero work. I'd like to see more Brewmaster.
He's been getting picked up a little more recently. He's on the radar.
Missing bottom.
I think we saw 2 points, right? He went like by level 8 he had like 2, 2, 3, 1 or something. That's how math works. Yep. The last time we saw the
1.
Brewmaster, right?
Okay, so
think it
some
was
priority in the Drunken Baller, but you don't finish it off?
Well, I think we just saw with Seb that he went he got the value points in the Thunderclap and the Cinderbrew, right? Where it's like the scaling. Because he had 2 points in each, and then he started maxing out the Drunken Brawler.
Right, right.
Because the way that it like it doubles on the Cinderbrew and all that stuff.
Top, Pasha initiated on, stuck in the trees, not going to have a path to retreat. And we've seen that on a number of heroes. I remember way back in the day, Ice Ice Ice, or someone used to do that on Sven, where you get the second point in the Stormhammer and then max out everything else because it like used to double in damage from 1 to 2.
Yeah, I mean, Venno was the classic lately until the ward buff. It used to be like 2/2/2 all the time at level 6, and now we're starting to see max wards instead. At least we did earlier.
I mean, Gale is a perfect example of that. Level 1, that spell is pretty shit, and level 2, it's actually pretty darn good. It more than doubles in damage.
Yeah.
The damage over time goes from 15 to 45. It triples.
Missing top.
Oh, General just can't. They're really zoning him back here. Crystallize was close to the Omni, and so General maybe thought, oh my god, that's a short TP. Woo!
Still, it's just enough. It's a good call. He killed the Stealing Ward.
Structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, we have 2 heroes dropping low as Navi, as Youngji jungling low, and they lose the Venno up top.
Yeah, this Viper is in free farm heaven, and VTune also having a pretty free lane up here. 1-0-1 and 50 last hits at 7 minutes. Now Crystallize, another spin. General in trouble this time. Rooted up, and he will fall. Stun onto the Jug. A lot of TPs. They want to punish this. Viper gets 1 tick of poison. They miss the ice path. Stick charges, though. Another magic missile coming. No spin for the Jug. Magic missile?
Dire's
They
bottom
need a little
tower
more, though.
is
The
under
Viper is
attack.
just too damn slow. 320 movement speed compared to the 350 of the Phase Boots Jug.
Zooming.
Dire's
I guess
middle
Viper can't be
tower
very
is
fast, so
under
that'd be
attack.
a bit of a problem, eh?
No, but that rotation right there is a great example of the problem with Viper. He is going to head up top, double damage rune picked up by Nyx as Iceberg tries to deny it. At least it doesn't end up in the bottle of Young G. Nice ice path on 2 from the Jakiro. Keeps Iceberg safe, and now maybe a turn. Young G, they saw him blink. They need a few more. Viper resets the poison, and Young G is down.
Viper kills.
For all-time backfire. Can't blink aggro against a Viper like that.
Missing bottom.
Up top looks like Pasha is also just getting zoned back despite all his wards.
This Venno pick,
too?
not working out so well so far.
That was aggressive.
Yeah.
Missing bottom.
VTune takes a little bit of damage, but this Venno needs to be careful. Pasha is in dangerous territory of just feeling like a glorified support throughout most of this game. Immersion always want to fly, trade some blows.
Missing.
I wonder if V-Tune's gonna commit for the armlet. I mean, I know he already has the blade, but with how this game is going,
So he's skipping the Midas. He's actually armlet first.
maybe. We'll see. I agree. I think he probably will, but we've seen several life stealers get to this point and be like, maybe I can get away with this Midas. You know, now I'm like halfway through.
Yeah, I think this is a game. You're like, what, 900, 800 up on the jug? This seems prime Midas territory to me.
I think it's better to go armlet, personally. I mean, I really hate this idea of like, oh, we're ahead, I'm going to buy my Midas now instead, where it's like, yeah, but dude, imagine if you push this advantage with a Viper and a Brewmaster. Like, is this game really that much better for you when you go Midas?
I mean, but if he buys Midas, I think he can still kill Pasha and Immersion in lane. That's like why it feels so good here, is because these 3 heroes rotating up top are all food for him, even without items.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, he's buying the helm. He's a good guy. He's a good boy.
So he is committed to the armlet. Okay. I'm
Or
more
Midas
curious what he
after if you
builds
want it.
second item. Yeah, is it Midas? Does he go back for something else? We will see. 10-minute runes do spawn. 2 picked up by FTM, and it looks like they will secure 3 of the runes.
Aloha Dance. Invis room mid. Oh, Sentry's gonna be like, oh my god, there's an invisible bench under me.
Oh, no!
My poison.
Moment of sheer panic.
She did ping out that ward, though. And I wonder if Aloha Dance will deny it.
That doesn't look like it.
Well, I guess Iceberg has to, right? Oh, back they go.
Yeah, that's a weird mechanic. I understand how it would be very abusable if you could kill your friend's wards up top. Pasha, again.
Radiant's middle tower
P-Tune.
is under
Oh,
attack.
he's actually getting juked in the trees. Pasha, well done. Oh, but they catch him as he tries to TP with the ice path. Always want to fly.
Can they still reach him?
I think so. He's too slow. He's
Oh,
just
I
got
assumed they'd
grounded.
already used the open wounds.
I think V-Tune's got this. Even with Young G here, he's just going to commit the rage. Finds a nice, easy kill. Set up completely by that Jakiro. Bottom lane. X misses the stun.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This mid lane, though, is such a train wreck. I mean, good on the Quap, I guess, to abandon it, knowing that she couldn't do anything anyway, but Iceberg is having more than a free game, and quite a bit ahead of the Queen of Pain. 5,600 net worth compared to her 4K.
Yeah, and she just sucks at jungling. Like, you can have other heroes that this happens to, and they're like at 5,000 gold right now, or like 4,500 or whatever. But Queen of Pain, like, she had to the jungle for a bit, and it's just like, oh, great. I basically have to jungle until I can kill someone.
Yeah, it's pretty desperate. It definitely doesn't feel good. And a haste rune in the bottle of General. This could be a little bit scary. FlyToMoon coming around in the mid lane, looking for the opening here. Immersion. They'll be the target of choice. Does get off a Carapace with follow-up stun. They should have plenty of damage. Vendetta, not going to be enough. They've got the detection.
Tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
Now mid
fortified.
tier 1 tower. Could be the first tower kill of the game for FlyToMoon.
Yeah, keeping it simple. Not popping the ulti or anything. No panic there from General. Just like, yeah, I have a haste rune. Let's get the damage on. Will they commit through the Plague Wards? And Pasha drive them back with level 4 Plague Wards.
Right now they are abusing the Venge Aura plus the Dragonlance. We're seeing this more and more, and it does get denied by Pasha. That was nice.
Yo! What a legend.
But that same play, right? Viper outranging the tower, and all of a sudden the siege gets a lot easier.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
It's very good. And that's only 3 points in the Venge Aura too. You don't even need it maxed out.
He had Lance, too.
Yep, exactly. Yep. With Avenge, it is an amazing starting item. And it was recently buffed, an extra 2 agi on it. Little tower exchange up top. Na'Vi do grab this tier 1 tower.
Dire's top tower
And they
has
will
fallen.
concede their bottom tier 1 to
Radiant's
FlyToMoon.
bottom tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning.
They basically traded 2 towers for 1, because that pressure on the mid lane, too, though, so that kind of sucks. Even if you're behind, that does not help the situation. Trading 1 for 1, that's fine, but...
Yeah. Lifestealer with that armlet, no Midas queued up. He just wants Manta, and then right into Basher. Yasha is flying out as we speak.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Very good Manta game. You know that there's going to be an Orchid, like 100%, because they're going to be looking for the Brewmaster anyway. A bunch of other annoying shit. You can Dispel Gale these days, so that's always handy.
Jug is working on a stack of Ancients right now. He does have Battle Fury queued up. Still a pretty good ways away from it.
Yeah, same build as our previous Jug. Drums into the Battle Fury.
Yep. Oh, yeah, he did stop off for the drums, yeah. It's a solid build. A little less active this game. Not getting as much value out of the drums as we saw from mid one before, but...
And General's closing in on his his Midas. And yeah, so he did not max the Drunken Brawler. He didn't go for the previous build that we saw. He instead just maxed out his Cinderbrew and is running around with the Aloha Dance and still basically spamming this combo.
All right.
I'll take that as tribute.
Up top now, General and Young G will bump into each other. Bruce Split actually committed for this. And
That
trying
slow
to find
is
her
crazy.
in the trees. Yeah, it really is, but Quap a little bit too elusive. So missed a Bruce Split there. 2 minutes on
Would he
cooldown.
even have killed him?
Maybe with Aloha Dance there, but I don't know. It seemed ambitious.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's forgetting that it's a max blink because it's versus a Viper. He might have been thinking it was like,
That could be.
right? Because it's only level 11, so you're thinking like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna catch her.
Normally it would be 4-1-4 right now instead of 1-4-4 on the Queen of Pain. So that's a good call. Hurricane Pike, first item on the Viper. Very good. And Brew, he did go for Midas, first item. Meanwhile, in the mid, they find Nyx. Does get off the Carapace, of course, but still plenty of damage. Easy kill for Iceberg.
Brew has always been one of my favorite Midas heroes.
He likes XP.
He loves levels, and half the time, like, ideally, you're in your alt form anyway. So really, the only other function is, like, Vlad's. Like, it's just auras and stuff.
Yeah, I would agree. It does slow down your Blink Dagger timing, but it sets you up to have a really good mid game and potentially a really good late game.
Yeah, I
Brew
used
can
to
run
like
into issues with scaling sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. I used to like the Blink into Midas build, too. I think that one's still completely viable.
Yeah, he definitely gets value out of the attack speed. But Orchid up on Queen of Pain now, so an option for Na'Vi. 5k net worth, the favor for FlyToMoon at the moment. Before long, Na'Vi are going to have to try to make some kind of a play.
They are giving a lot of space to General right now. They send him top to the free wave, so they are looking to commit for the Blink Dagger before they get into the next fight.
That makes sense.
The smoke up will look for that Lifestealer. Is that his courier waiting? Yeah, his courier's hoping for the ultimate orb. It might be a little bit too late here, though.
Uh-oh, Orchid now, follow up, Lifestealer in big trouble, big time damage, Sonic Wave should secure it, Soulburn gets the kill. Now Iceberg's here, drops the damage onto Immersion, no TP, good work from the Jakiro. They will go 1 for 1, but losing that Lifestealer hurts quite a bit.
We'll always want to fly, get the D ward. Oh, he accidentally smoked, trying to sentry.
Whoopsie!
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, been there as well.
I'll always want to fly, trying to get out.
Yeah, you should be good.
As a ward just got instantly killed, though. He did get that Observer, though, so... Good job, always want to fly.
And now just a couple hundred gold for the Blink Dagger, as in the bottom lane, Omni Slash comes out onto Iceberg, Force Staff, TP.
Big clap. Well done, always want to fly. All right, let me go into the mind of the scrub Jakiro. Oh my god, he's going to Omni Slash my Viper. I got to throw out my Ice Path. You're going to be too late. He started charging and he was like, no, that's not going to work. He waits until he commits the Omni Slash and then knows when it's going to end, lays it down and saves his life. What a guy.
Well
throws his body
done.
down. In case you're wondering, I'm the scrub Jakiro. That's how I know. You know, I got a mind meld. I keep myself in at that level to assist the people.
Well, puts a little dent into the gold lead. Was upwards of about 5,000 and now down below 4K. But Blink Dagger's out. And...
Sounds like your MMR.
All right, that was a good one.
it's been a rough couple of patches for Zyre guys.
It's too true. I don't even have a comeback. It was too true.
Radiant's
That
middle
just
tower is under
that cut me to the quick.
All right, Jug gets out. We're good.
Yeah, he dodges the smoke. Aggressive play from FTM here with this Blink Dagger. He does dig up a bounty rune, though, and General has a bottle, so a little extra value there for the topper.
Yeah, the combo plays.
There you go. Nixie, ooh, he breaks the smoke. They know it, so they throw the sentry down, but not going to find him.
Dire's top
Oh, the 4-7, though.
Okay, there's the Carapace. Venge in pretty deep. She'll get frozen, but Immersion in big trouble. Aloha Dance is going to go down. They'll make this a 1-for-1. FTM backing up a little bit, looking to reset this fight. Pasha charging forward, already used the Poison Nova. Looks like it did connect on Iceberg as well as the Jakiro. That damage is going to start to stack up, but there's the surprise. It comes out, and Pasha is dead. Hard to chase a Viper because he has that power to turn. Now the Force Staff forward, he catches Ilias. He stacks up the poisons, and this CM will have no option. She's done. A big fight for FlyToMoon.
Jakiro was sick that fight. Always want Fly did a really good job. He just like danced around the tree line in the middle there and just kept throwing out ice paths. And he hit all 3, so well done.
Double
Busted
damage.
hero.
Yep. And not only winning that fight, but that leads to 4 bounty runes at 20 minutes.
How about a DD to go with it?
Ooh. Are they eyeing up Roche? Are they thinking about this? Yeah, they sure are. So everyone will be coming up, but light on cooldowns. No Vendetta, no Poison Nova. This should be a pretty safe Roche. Na'Vi not in a great spot to try and contest this. And they seem pretty unaware, actually looking to hunt on the other side of the map. And unfortunately for Na'Vi, they will misread this situation a little bit.
is under attack.
And it looks like that'll cost them Roche.
I don't know if they would have wanted to fight that anyway, frankly. 10-second BKB on Iceberg.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not, but still, now this gets a lot harder against Aegis. They didn't even use Bruce Split in that last fight.
Yeah.
A little nervous for Na'Vi right now. Reminder, elimination series here, folks.
Dire's bottom tower is
Mid
under
lane,
attack.
Iceberg.
Radiant's top tower is under
A
attack.
good Carapace.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Crystallize. He's just working on that tier 1 tower mid. You chopped that
your
wood, buddy.
bottom too.
Dire's
You know,
bottom tower
they're getting
is under
something.
attack.
Okay.
Dire's middle
That forces the
tower has
Lifestealer
fallen.
back. Young G with a TP
Radiant's
out. He'll be
top
fine.
tower is under attack.
Blink, rather. And a little chip damage onto that tier 2 up top. They will mount the defense. Always want to fly. Macro Pyre, TP. This is a little risky.
Dire's
Nyx was on his way.
has been killed.
He makes it out. His courier, not so lucky.
Yeah, the TPs are kind of free this game, aren't they?
Sort of. Yeah, Frostbite and Nyx. So, mostly.
It's like nothing really long range to worry about, you know? No Fishers coming out if you want TP next to a tower, whatever. All right. Initiation here, though. Another Pike play, perhaps?
Smoke. It gets broken as they go high ground. Good split from Na'Vi, but Pasha kind of left behind. The Gale.
Oh, this is making it tempting with that Gale, the Nyx nearby. Is this some Save Your Buddy syndrome here, Immersion?
I hope not. They need to just let this go. Pasha TP's out. Very good. Finds that spot in the trees. Hey, that was pretty good for Na'Vi. They mitigate a smoke gank and don't take any losses. Space for Crystallize.
They're biting into this right now, right? Just a little bit.
Yeah, the Battle Fury's helping. Crystallize is accelerating. He's starting to catch this Viper, but now needs to be careful. He's by himself. There is a Basher on V-Tune, so the spin TP is no longer free. Or at least not guaranteed.
I guess there's Avenge, too.
And Venge. Yeah. Bump into Pasha. PM unrelenting here. Iceberg in general, deep in enemy territory, and no help for Pasha. This Veno left to his death.
He keeps trying to reclaim that territory, but Always Want to Fly has just been sentrying and ice pathing and checking all the high grounds and getting rid of all their wards. So if he's going up there, he has to just like clear a path with the wards, and it's a bit tough. General does pick up the lovely item of the Brewmaster and the Vlad's. The absolute classic go-to.
Radiant's middle tower has
fallen. Gets a regen. Nice.
Is this a high ground siege? FTM?
Radiant's
They're going to poke at it at least. Reno has a buyback up soon. That's a glyph. I'll be doing a good job avoiding taking an engagement right now into Aegis, but knocking on the front door.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time left though. A minute and a half. Like, you have to try and burn someone down here without the Omni Slash, ideally.
Tier 3 dead.
Oh, that's tempting.
No glyph. Swap back. Meteor Hammer connects onto Aloha. Now they get the Infest Bomb into the Venge. BKB from Iceberg looking to turn potentially.
Wow. BKB's there. I guess that's a really bad place to lose the Aegis. That was a good call. Like, dropping Aegis right below that low ground is terrifying.
Yeah, for sure. But again, FTM, they force all of Na'Vi back, and if they can just get out here, they can pick up 4 bounty runes. They don't have to force the issue here. Still tier 2 standing top and bottom.
Yeah, he's going. He wants one, Young G, rather. Oh, he's going to win the blink. Oh, nope. Too risky. Even with BKB.
Pick up the 2 runes that matter. Buyback situation rough for Na'Vi right now. Nyx the only one with enough gold for it. This is a scary fight, and time on the Aegis,
try and
30
clear
seconds.
This wave mid, because Young G's in behind for potential backstab. Now he's looking for an angle, but the Venom ward is still back there.
Pasha walking in, gets off a Poison Nova, but only connects on 2. Iceberg is probably going to be able to finish him off. Now Young G in the back line. This Viper in some trouble perhaps, getting chopped down by Crystallize. Good save from the Jakiro. That's Aegis, just in time. 10 seconds left. Now Crystallize bashed up. He's going to be in big trouble trying to spin back for safety, and he'll survive. BKB from Iceberg again. Bruce split. They'll just finish off the barracks, and I think FlyToMoon ready to sound the retreat.
General didn't even blink in for that. That was interesting. He actually just pandaed and sent them high ground for a little bit, and then quickly walked the Earth Panda back. So playing this extremely safe.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, they saw that.
Oh, they dropped the ward. Nyx Assassin. They're going to find him. He's a little too far forward. Carapace won't save him this time. Merchant down. Blink back from the Quap. That'll disjoint the stun. Flies mid. He's going to get initiated on. They've got one stun. The Basher's there. Here's the spin. V-Tune pops the Rage. They need one more bash.
Swap.
Swap's there, looking for more. It's a decent Omni. It's jumping around. The Battle Fury doing some work, but they need more. And it's not going to be there. Crystallize gets obliterated after he comes back from the Omni. Now Pasha gets bashed. He'll be in trouble. He's down as well. No running from this Viper. Quap looking to cut the creep wave, rather. I like the idea from Young G here.
Yeah, Navi's got to be feeling it, though, man. The dread, it's starting to pour down on them. They can't quite get a fight. They can't pick anyone off. The Aegis made it hard, but now they've garnered such a lead that it feels like an evisceration of one hero is nigh impossible.
Yeah, it really does. This Lifestealer has gotten to kind of a critical mass point. And again, the swaps and the Jakiro, they've got such easy setups and also great saves. Aloha Dance is going to be in some trouble, caught by the Ilias ult. They have the vision, they've got the damage, and he is dead. But very worth it, as they did find another kill. They killed the tier 3 tower. No glyph remaining. Buyback used from the Nyx Assassin. Still 20 seconds on the Veno. This could be the final hold. No ult for Crystallize. Young G with the BKB. Once always want to fly and might just find him. He does. That's a nice pickoff. You're going to need more, though. V-Tune jumps inside of Iceberg. Gets off the infest, and Crystallize just dies.
That was dirty.
That was sick. Tier 2 up top, so no mega creeps coming out. FTM getting close to closing this one out. Now 18K net worth favor.
Very calm. Just, lower bracket. You're up a game. Playing it super safe. You don't want to risk anything. Probably don't know just how ahead they are. I'm sure they know they're really far ahead, but it's a pretty massive lead at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, this Jug just got outpaced.
Invisibility.
I like the part where the lifestealer didn't buy a minus.
Yep. I think you might have been right about that one.
I
He
think so. I mean,
just went straight for value items, and he killed Jug, and even though Jug has the farming tools, he can't live. So it's worked out much better for this lifestealer. 6-1 and 5 on VTune.
not even that. It's just like it's such a practice strat from them too. It's just like
yeah,
I'm pretty sure no matter what VTune bought this game, they were gonna be fine. Yeah, they just have a really good feel for this like infest combo of lifestealer, like actually using the infest aggressively, and then the tempo controlling mid of terms of just like at what pace do we want to play this game to win? Is it a Viper game or a Death Prophet game? And then the Viper was just way too good of a counterpick to the Queen of Pain. Navi basically didn't have a mid hero for the first 25 minutes. Oh, nice stun. Okay.
Yeah, Omni Slash going to bounce around. Is this actually going to yield anything, though? Now they've got the Infest out. They turn onto the Queen of Pain. They just kill her through BKB. Aegis is in the hands of VTune right now as the fight continues. They catch the Jug up top, and he's down. Crystallized with no ult, no way to live. The swap will stop the TP, and GG gets called. I think you hit the nail right on the head there, buddy. The way that they use the Infest bombs, that is what I like so much about the FTM Lifestealer. They play the hero well, but they actually use the ultimate to put pressure on the map, to set up kills, and it makes such a difference. It makes Lifestealer feel so much more threatening.
They also made the Veno just look totally ineffective at like Veno's main